To bring everything but the hog out. Think we eat nothing but grass, what you talking about? I'm about to jump into the whip and hit the Whole Foods early. Get everything to get that soul food working, like mac and cheese, the collard greens, the black eyed peas, and get a roast of that tofu turkey. Got cornbread, even got stuffing. Mashed potatoes so good, put your hand in it. String beans, and you know we got yams with it. Got cabbage.
Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I actually want to do a little video on the recent movie I went to see, The Last Jedi. It was absolutely amazing, guys. It had a lot of good things in it. Some of the new characters were absolutely amazing, to say the least. You had the new characters such as the Porgs, who are a little adorable. Porgs actually, as you probably don't know, are actually inspired by puffins, which are actually native to the island of Skellig in Ireland, which was actually the filming location of Act 2 in the movie. So that's great to obviously see. Like I say, there are other great times used CG to obviously bring the Porgs to life. Like I say, it's unknown obviously what role they actually play in the film's large plot, but a Porg style after Chewbacca does appear alongside the fan favourite Wookiee, so that's absolutely amazing. Like I say, in obviously the Millennium Falcon in the trailers. So it seems that at least one break from the Act 2 and Explore the Galaxy, regardless of how much they actually end up facing and factoring into obviously The Last Jedi, Porgs have obviously made their way into the children's books and obviously toys as well, so they're not going to go away anytime soon. But the only thing that I was kind of upset about is The Last Jedi was turning into a kind of type of cartoony type with all those little creatures in it, because obviously as well Disney's bought over the franchise recently, and they're actually talking about that over the next 10 years there'll actually be a Star Wars movie every single year. So I hope they don't dilute it out and we end up seeing something like Mickey Mouse in the next movie. But in my opinion, there was a lot of good things about the movie, definitely. Porgs are actually native to Act 2, I think it's actually called. They're basically little seabirds. Their colours obviously vary. Let's say males are slightly larger than the females. They can fly short distances. They're very, very inquisitive. They're young, called actually porglets. Amazing, amazing little creatures. Obviously as well, you obviously had the caretakers, who are a little, basically the caretakers, they're native to the ocean world, obviously of Act 2. Let's say, Scannion describes the caretakers as basically exploration from Porgs, and have obviously bird-like feet and such likes. They're basically, they're a cross between a kind of bird and a fish. Absolutely adorable. You have the Farriers, who are basically a type of space horse. Basically they're used in a lot of exploitation in the movie, obviously doing betting and such likes. Rose and obviously Finn actually, they do a little bit of what you may call ALF type, animal liberation flint type action, where they actually release them and such likes, because they're obviously used and exploited in so many ways. So what I want to try and touch upon here is there's a lot of different vegan content actually in Star Wars movie. In my opinion, especially with the Farriers and obviously the Porgs, as you see Chewbacca, when he actually lifts one up, he's actually just about to eat it when it's obviously been cooked on the skewers, and he looks at one of the little Porgs and he takes a moment of reflection and he realises that he just can't do it, and he puts it back down, and the Porg actually ends up becoming one of his best friends. So that's a good pointer to obviously towards veganism in so many ways. Obviously the other creature was obviously the Vulptices, which basically, it's a plural of Vulptex. They're basically fox-like creatures. They sport this kind of crystalline fur. The name Vulptex is actually, it's basically adapted from the Latin word vulpex, which means fox. They're actually native to the planet Crate, once home to the outpost of the Rebel Alliance during the early portion of the Galactic Civil War. although it's obviously been long abandoned by the time that The Last Jedi actually begins. In the absence of the people, the Vulptices are actually reside in burrows in the planet's abandoned tunnels as well. So there's a lot of great animals in there. Obviously as well, like I say, the one thing that I was kind of freaked out about was actually milking the Phala siren. That really freaked me out so much, and a lot of people had actually said that they'd wondered why actually he did actually do that. And I've been checking up online, and it actually turns out that it's actually a little connotation and throwback to the Empire Strikes Back, when the Tauntaun scene, if you remember that, where Han Solo actually cut out the abdomen to actually serve it as a lukewarm sleeping bag for Luke when he was actually in the snow and such likes. I remember that it was really grossed out by it, but that's actually what it's turned out to be. It actually turns out that actually Rian Johnson actually said that you've actually got to, it's the type of movie that you've actually got to watch many times to actually catch things as well, guys. This could actually be one of them, like I say. Now, the great thing that I actually loved about the movie was obviously seeing Princess Leia. She lived on in the movie because Carrie Fisher, as we know, recently passed away, and to actually see her on the big screen again basically showed you that she's living on. It was a great little throwback to her. I think the movie had a lot of good points as well. Like I say, great acting obviously by Daisy Ridley as Rey, and actually if you don't already know, Daisy Ridley is actually vegan as well, guys. And obviously you can't obviously forget Adam Driver is obviously Kylo Ren. It was great to see the interaction between him and Rey when you were beginning to think that they were going to pull each other in either direction. It looked like Rey was going to pull him over to the light side and the Force, and at one point it looked as if he was going to pull her over to the dark side, because when she was actually doing the meditation, obviously learning the ways of the Jedi, she was actually torn between the light and the dark, and it looked at one point like she was going to be pulled in. So it was absolutely amazing. It was a really good movie in my opinion. Like I say, it showed a lot of good things, but I was kind of disappointed in the ending, obviously, with Luke Skywalker obviously passing away and such like. So I thought that he was actually going to survive, because when he had actually used his powers to actually transform himself over to the other side to actually have the duel with Kylo Ren, it looked to me like at one point you actually thought that he had actually used the lightsaber and actually he'd been killed, and then it turns out he just turned around and says, "Not today, son, I won't be the last Jedi." And then at the very end you seen the little boy actually holding up the broomstick, and it looks as if in all intents and purposes like he's going to be the next Jedi. So it was absolutely amazing in my opinion, guys. I would love to hear your opinions on the movie, but like I say, it did have a good few vegan content type things in it, which was absolutely amazing to see. Let me know in the comments below. I hope you like this video, guys. Please let me know in the comments below. Subscribe if you haven't done already. Follow me on social media, and remember as always, binge on life, purge negativity and starve guilty feelings, and I'll speak. Binge on life, purge negativity and starve guilty feelings. Speak to you all soon and love you so much.